Hello, it's me, Luca, your holistic nutrition practitioner. And I want to read through all of the nitty-gritty details of the Good Food Network. So I'm doing it this way because I want people who don't necessarily want to read it all. They can hear about the content while I'm playing in the background, you're tending to a task. I also wanted to break this down on a YouTube video so you can jump around to maybe different questions that you could ask yourself at different timestamps for those who don't necessarily have time to read the entire rendition of what you can expect in this Good Food Network. So let's jump over to the description of this membership program. Okay, so here we are in the description of the network. So this is all available on my website, lucasimmons.com. So the Good Food Network is an online home for connection, community, care, and the good food. It's really a whole mix mash of different It is a mix mash of different components so you can tailor your own experience through this network and to build that resiliency that you're looking to build. We've got weekly office hours, curated content, on-demand nutrition, and cooking classes too. We've got monthly live courses, monthly live meetups. And the whole goal is to support your health and wellness, empower you to make your kitchen your #1 ally in keeping well. Let's go down and see. So the different parts of this Good Food Network, there's about 4. It's set up as a monthly subscription service, and it's set up so that you can build those skills that you need to take care of your own health and that of those of the people who are sitting at your dinner table. When you join this online network, you are going to have unlimited access to curated content, and every month that content is going to change. Every month has a main topic, foundational courses that you can take at your own pace. And there's also going to be some weekly live content. So let me break it down. There's kind of 4 different moving parts, if you will. The first one is weekly live sessions. So I've got an office session a week. You can come and ask all the questions you've got. There's also a weekly food as medicine session or class every Thursday morning, a very short, brief dip into the topic at hand for the month, and then parlaying it into actual practical food resources. We also have monthly meetups. So starting out, we've got a histamine meetup. So anybody who's working through histamine issues, there's going to be a group meet where we'll get to kvetch, talk, and help each other hash out some ways to move forward when histamine is in the picture. That's the majority of who I see in my clientele. So I wanted to make sure that there was a home base for anybody who's a current or a former client who needed some help in continuing through when histamine's an issue. We also have curated written content, recipes. There's a seasonal exploration piece to this network. We also have on-demand foundational classes and courses. I had all of these courses that were sitting there doing nothing. Nobody was signing up for them. Nobody was taking the courses. And I thought, how better than to repackage them and make them available one at a time. And when there's a topic of interest that comes across on the network, then you can join for that month, come and do a deep dive and stick around for the topic next month, or sayonara, because that was enough. You get to decide. It's a choose your own journey, if you will. So this is really the place to dig as deep as you need to dig or you feel capable of, because you're still the gatekeeper of how much information you want to take in. But the game here is that we want you to lay down that foundation so you can feel real good. It's not just a catchphrase, it is the goal of the Good Food Network. So now let's get into, how do I know if the Good Food Network is right for me? Is it a good fit for me? Well, this network is for you if, I'm going to read all of these. You ready? Are you ready to get better and feel better? Do you want robust health and vitality? Do you crave a simpler approach to feeding yourself and loved ones? Do you need direction in these wild times when it comes to feeding yourself? Are you tired of having to figure everything out on your own? Are you curious to know how deep nutrition is related to overall health? Are you perhaps a current client or maybe even a former client of mine, and you need the support to keep things fresh and interesting and to get new inspiration? Are you perhaps a current nutrition student or a recent grad, and you want to deepen your own knowledge of those interconnections and the brilliance of the human body? Do you wish you could be a one-on-one client of mine, but it seems to be out of reach for you in terms of costs? Are you struggling with chronic health stuff, autoimmune conditions? Do you have a chronic health diagnosis? Are you working through histamine stuff or even mast cell activation issues? Do you say yes when I'm posting things on social media about the burden of stress and you say, oh my gosh, that's me? Are you looking for a space when you can start to create safety for yourself and for your body? Are you committed to getting better? Are you ready to take the hold of the reins of your own health? Are you maybe new to the concept of real food or even traditional foods or even deep nutrition? If you're wondering, I don't even know what that means. I can't say it in 2 sentences. There's so many different pieces to the puzzle here. Do you think that the idea of packaged foods or these frankenfoods that we keep seeing on the shelves, or those weird flash in the pan dietary approaches, have none of these ever sat well with you? This is the network for you. Would you love access to exclusive content, to courses, to live classes, live programs, live meetups? Are you willing to help this network grow and to be human with me? Because honeys, this is new. I'm building something that I've been wanting to do for a long time, but I need the feedback. I'm always looking to improve things. I want folks involved who are going to be game to share what's working and to request for those changes where things are not working. So if you've said yes to any of those, I think the Good Food Network might be a good fit for you. Now, how might you know if the Good Food Network might not be right for you at this time? Well, might not be if you agree to any of these points. First one, I don't have the space, the time, or the mental capacity to invest the time that it will take to figure out how the hub works, where this network is housed. The network is a living, breathing entity. It takes time to find all the moving parts. As I'm keeping access to the network to an affordable price, it's going to be important that you commit to figuring out how to access it all on your own. Now, don't worry, I'm leaving a really good trail of breadcrumbs along the way. There's going to be videos. I've got checklists. I've got schedules. I'm posting things on social media in order to help it all make sense. So expect about an initial 30 minutes of commitment. And then each time you log in after that, I promise you it's going to get easier and easier. Are you perhaps currently doing intermittent fasting as an approach to how you eat? This approach is not compatible with the work that I do in nutrition, nor do I have the supports to make sure that the method that you choose to bring into your life is serving you at this time. So if you intermittent fast, then this will not be a network for you. Are you currently looking to lose weight and fast? I am not the nutrition gal for you. A real food and traditional foods approach is a very slow moving thing. Weight loss is not something that I can guarantee. Sometimes it shows up as part of this improvement of things when you start lowering inflammation and when you start addressing what's really at the root of your own personal burden of stress. Yeah, that losing weight is one of those things that can happen, but not in every situation. So if you're looking to lose weight and fast, you will want to search elsewhere. Also, if you identify as a vegan or vegetarian and you are committed to staying vegan or vegetarian, my approach talks about traditional foods. I approach that this approach is about how these traditional foods served those that came before us. And this includes animal fats, animal meats, organ meats, and I name check them on the regular. You may still find some really good benefits when I do talk about some of those plant-based proteins, but they are not the main topic of conversation for sure. And I find that vegan and vegetarian people get frustrated because I'm always pushing the animal agenda. Many, many reasons why this may not be a fit for you. This is also not for you if you are expecting a one-on-one coaching scenario or some individual support. The network does not support this. Of course, I'm going to do my best to answer any questions that come up when I'm doing the weekly office hours on Tuesdays right now. But if you need the level of support for one-on-one, then I also offer that. So you don't have to be in the network to get that. So contact or get in touch and we'll figure out how to get you the answer you're looking for. This last piece is very important. If you say yes to this box, I'm going to tell you that the network is not for you at this time. Do you feel like your life is full to the brim at this time? It can be with time, it can be with energy or lack of energy, or even both. If you're investing a monthly amount into the network and you're expecting things to magically turn around on their own, it isn't going to happen. So if you're really wanting to see change in how you feel each day, if you want to see a reduction in those symptoms, it is going to take a certain level of commitment. And sure, you can listen into the classes, the workshops, or those live sessions, and you could take the programs that are there anytime. But if you aren't doing the practical applications that I share in the network, then you're not going to see the changes you're looking for. Why would you spend money on a network that you're not going to use? And at minimum, for those who are like, okay, well, what are you asking for then, Luca? Well, at minimum, I would say commit to at least 1 hour a week in that network in order to start seeing some of those changes. And it can be as little as 30 minutes a week as well, but you won't see some of those changes start to shift unless you really commit to that hour a week. And then the goal is you apply it to your daily life, and that shifts things for the rest of time. Okay. So the cost per month is $100 Canadian a month. It is billed on the same day you originally joined. So for example, if you join on September 18th, you get your membership renewed on October 18th and on November 18th, and so on and so forth, until you let me know you want to cancel your membership. You can do just 1 month of the network if you wish, or you can do a concerted 3-month effort. It's entirely up to you. Gather the information you need, and when you've got it and everything's printed up, off you go. Let me know. I'll take you out of the subscription, and that content will now be printed because you have hard copies at home that you did when you were going through the content, correct? So what does the monthly membership to the Good Food Network include? Quite a few different pieces. Let's go through a little bit more detail. You have lots of curated content. There is one main topic a month, and that main topic is going to influence all of those live and the recorded content that's available for that month duration. That means recipes, articles, classes, handouts, worksheets. And every season 2, there's new content on how to move through this particular season with foods and lifestyle ideas. There's also weekly live office hours. So once a week, I open my office doors for an hour, and it's where, as a group, we can talk about any topic related to nutrition that's coming up. It could be anything you've got trying to figure out on your own. It can also, we can use this time to troubleshoot any of the content that you're working through from the network. We could tweak it so that it fits your schedule, your approach, or your abilities. Because my special skill set is really about helping people make molehills out of what feels like mountains. There's also a monthly orientation call, the first of every month, or the first Monday if the first falls on a weekend. At 9 a.m., I do an orientation call where I run through what we're going to do that month, what is special to that month, so you can make sure to jot those down in your calendar. There's also a weekly class I call the Food as Medicine class. It's Thursday mornings. It's a short live video, very similar to what I used to do on my Tuesday lives, for those who remember those. We're doing this every Thursday morning at 7 a.m., and it is on how food and nutrition can support on a specific topic. And that topic will be related to the main topic of the month. It's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe max. I will do my best to try to stay in that time frame. Ha 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 ha. It's a hard thing to achieve in Luca land. There's also an exclusive live class every month. So exclusive to this network, there is one class a month. There's a replay available afterwards as well if you can't join us. And it's going to be zeroing in on an aspect linked to the topic of the month. So that is not going to be available anywhere else. That is only available to the network. There's also a monthly histamine meetup group. It's part support, part Q&A, part kvetching, I like to say. This is once a month kind of group meetup where anybody is working through histamine or mast cell issues can have a group meetup, a support, if you will. There's also on-demand courses on top of all of this. I know, it's like I can't keep track. There's too much. I know. You don't have to. I have worksheets and schedules and different things for you. Don't worry, we'll keep you on top of everything. But these on-demand courses are just that. You've got 3 to choose from every month. You can watch all 3 or just one if you want. It doesn't matter. You get to choose. There is the Real Food Reset module. There is a a vitality class module. There's also a cooking class video module. All 3 are video modules, and you get to take at your own pace. So the Real Food Reset is about a half-hour commitment. We start with building your pantry and your fridge and figuring out how to do grocery shopping. What exactly is real food? What does this mean? That's very much steeped in that traditional ancestral food medicine piece. There's a vitality class. So I've offered these classes at the Light Cellar here in Calgary over the years, and these classes are quite popular. They have a different topic every time for each class. And there's one available a month, typically linked to whatever that main topic is for that month. In there, we go through the inner workings of how your body works. Then we get into those 5 pieces to put in place of your practical homework, if you will, on how to move forward. And the third class that you have access to is a cooking class. And every month there's going to be a different topic. It's a cooking class I ran with my kiddo a couple of years ago when the pandemic first started. And we were meeting on Friday afternoons with many of the junior high students at her school at the time. And we did a cooking class every Friday. And I ended up recording it, and that's actually what you get access to. So if that's not enough, then there's also going to be recipes, and this network is going to grow over time. My goal is to eventually bring in other practitioners with other pieces to the puzzle. Maybe there will be a special guest once a month. I'd love to bring in somebody who can offer perhaps a guided meditation class or a movement class of sorts, and to build this up to be a network, more so than just me offering stuff, but building it so we can invite other people in so we can have a really brilliant exchange of ideas and this network to help hold us up. It's a community, guys. That's what we're looking for. So some important information before you sign up. Let's go through this. The Good Food Network is set up as a subscription. So this means there's a monthly fee to joining the network. The renewals are automatic. They occur on the same day of each month that you signed up. So again, if you signed up on September 18th, your renewal comes up on October 18th, and again on November 18th, and so on and so forth, until you request a cancellation. There's instructions on how to do that in the network itself. But in order to cancel your subscription, I need a good 24-hour period before that renewal time. So you need to catch me at least a day before renewal, or any time longer than that. If it's less than a day before your renewal time, I can't guarantee that I'll get to it. So then you'll be charged one more month, and then you'll be taken out. And as soon as I take you out, that's when access to the content stops. So if you've paid for the month, you're going to get that entire month that you've paid for access to that content. Now, also, I have a 7-day free trial period. So the 7-day free trial period is to give you a trial. You know, I was thinking about this. I like to go to the store, try clothes on, and then purchase them. I don't love where a local store here doesn't even have fitting rooms anymore. You take it home, and if you don't like it, you get an exchange. I don't like that. I want to try it on and know that it fits. And it's probably the same for you here on the network. So those first 7 days, when you first sign up to the network, it's a free trial period. It means I'm going to reimburse you your full amount if in those first 7 days you're like, yeah, I don't like it. No, I don't want to. Sorry, I want out. No problem. Within those 7 days, I will 100% reimburse the full 1 month fee, and I will cancel your subscription for subsequent months. So there's no, I mean, the commitment is there, and the request for the commitment is there, but it's a bit easier to try on. You got a bit of wiggle room. So that's it. If you have any questions about the Good Food Network and whether or not this might be a good fit for you, comment below, and I'll see if I can answer any questions, or if we can chat for a quick 15-minute session just to see if this might be a good fit for you or not. If you want full details on this, wherever this video is housed, I've dropped a link where you can get more details on the course itself. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, I've also given lots of extra stuff underneath. You can jump around to different timestamps of this video and also link out to anywhere you want to find more information. Thanks for watching this, and I wish you a lovely week and look forward to seeing you in the Good Food Network. Salut et à bientôt.